Velocity, a 3-0 sweep, is a huge result as well. So definitely feeling confident coming into this one, Killer.
Exactly right. Winning so feastly like that,
yeah,
just gives you a big boost.
Humongous. It's time for picking bands. It's Raxxaz versus Obabo, our match 3 in our quarterfinals here. It's the very first set in this best of 5. Let's find out how this one kicks off. Over to Baus and to Killer.
Summoners, another huge match is in action right now. Obabo versus Raxxaz. Pre-ban phase is in. Boss, what are we expecting?
Well, I do wonder if Obabo is going to pre-ban the Oliver because he does not own that unit. And if he does pre-ban it, it signals he's not summoned that unit yet.
There we go. Predicted by Boss. Obabo bans the Oliver and the Sekhmet gets pre-banned by Raxxaz. Here we go. First draft on Raxxaz's side. What will he pick up?
I'm liking the Sekhmet pre-ban because Obabo has really fast Swift sets, and that means that Sekhmet is incredibly fast. Raxxaz does not want that Sekhmet to disrupt his draft.
There we go. Raxxaz taking the time available to draft up his first unit. Goes with the more, aka Water Ryu, locked in for the first unit.
We know that Raxxaz really likes Tableau, and Obabo really likes Tableau as well. Oh, well, he's flashing a new summon! Oh, hello. That is a Doman. I know that Raxxaz also has the Doman, so it's just a little friendly flash. They both own the same light dark Nat 5 unit in Doman.
There we go. Obabo picking up the Shizuka and the Changpang for the first and the second unit, and they are locked in. Raxxaz, how will you respond?
Well, Raxxaz does not have either the Oliver or the Changpang to pick up because both of those units have been denied by Obabo. Those two units traditionally synergize with Maw really well. So Raxxaz, I wonder if he has some other AoE units to follow up after his Maw.
There we go. Raxxaz picking up the Dominic and the Praha for second and third unit, and they are locked in. Obabo goes with it. Chiwu and the Savannah. Wow.
Okay, Obabo wants to take that first time. Chiwu, a unit we do not usually see, and Chiwu, a unit also that's countered by the Maw. If Obabo lets through the Maw, what's going to happen?
Wow, Juno and Valantis. Is this a new Valantis that we haven't seen before? Because I don't think we saw it in the prelims.
No, that is a surprise. That is a huge surprise for Obabo. I don't think he knew about the Valantis because Raxxaz summoned that. I mean, I wasn't in guild when he summoned it, so I know about it, but Obabo was not in my guild. So, yes, how is Obabo going to counter this Valantis?
Drafting up Valantis in that first match. Here we go. Obabo responding with the Tableau for his final unit. It has been locked in. What will these pre-bans be? I mean, bans.
Well, I mean, the Valantis is looking quite scary indeed, but also the Dominic is Raxxaz's main source of damage. On Obabo's side, there's a lot of units that make up his combination.
There we go. Oh, both players opting in with a speed lead. I'm very curious to see who takes this first turn. It is going to be a very, very aggressive match. Hopefully a fast one. Chiwu with the first turn. He goes for the strip. Manages to strip 3 out of 4 units. More cuts in with his passive.
This is really crucial.
Yes, yes.
Oh, missed all strips. Did not stun a single unit. Obabo in a really good position.
Whoa! Huge proc by Changpang. You can see Raxxaz is having a lot of fun right there, smiling and laughing at this match.
That's what we like to see. Even though Raxxaz has had godlike, or rather Obabo has had godlike RNG so far, Raxxaz keeps on smiling. What a good competitor Raxxaz.
There we go. Opting in not to use all things of nature from Shizuka. Skill 1 onto more. Oh, Tableau still with the wheel on him on his first turn. Valantis unable to stun the Tableau with the wheel on. Whoa, that damage from Chiwu onto Dominic.
That is a very high damage Chiwu did. I also want to point out that Valantis has done very little in this match so far. There were 2 AoEs from Changpang and from Chiwu, and the Valantis did not revenge, I think maybe 2 or 3 times in a row, not doing his job as intended. And things are looking really, really bad for Raxxaz now.
There we go. All things of nature put in Raxxaz in a disadvantage with all those debuffs. Chiwu, we know he's got some serious damage. Where will he direct his damage? Will he go into more Praha of Valantis? Goes onto the Maw. Maw not looking too healthy right now. Praha, additional turn. Predicted future. Goes for the heal. Manages to heal. Valantis with the Rage of Mother Nature. Getting that provoking.
Indeed, this match is not quite over yet because Praha's Daydream has so impactful. Fortunately, there was beneficial effect block, I believe, on the Volantis, so he did not take advantage of the speed buff. But at the same time, I think Changpeng's skills are almost back up again, especially with Shizuka's skill 2, the past life spell was able to reduce his cooldowns. He probably has the skill 3 up.
There we go, serious matter from Changpeng taking out a unit from Raxxaz's side. Volantis and Praha versus 4 units on Obabo's side. Obabo putting up past life spell onto Changpeng. We know this Chiwu can do some damage, does some serious damage onto that water unit Praha. Oh, Changpeng with the defense break and the glancing.
Wow, the glancing is so impactful from his skill 2 Moondrawer by Clouds, making it really difficult for the Volantis or the Praha to land any debuffs. And as soon as this Praha is gone, there's going to be no sustain on Raxxaz's side.
Wow.
He'll be thinking about what he wanted to do to switch up for match 2. But to be honest, I think he got incredibly unlucky in this match anyway. He doesn't have to change too much.
Mate, this Chiwu is doing some serious work. I think he took out every single unit in this match. Obabo with the 1-0 head start.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted surprises in this match, and right from the offset, game 2 of their first match, and currently we have Obabo with a 1-0 lead. Let's see if that continues, or if Raxxaz can get back into the competition. Right, let's join the boys again. It's Bouse and it's Killer.
Summoners, set number 2, Volantis, pre-band. More pre-band very, very quickly right there. Obabo versus Raxxaz. Obabo with the first pick.
Do you know what? Raxxaz has access to Oliver now in this match. So Obabo is going to have to think about how he wants to deal with that Oliver. Is he going to bring out the Masher early? Is he afraid of Raxxaz going with a full water draft? Obabo has the experience from previous SWCs, and he's going to be feeling quite confident that he can potentially take this match to 3 sets.
Obabo picking up that Masha for the first unit. Locks it in, very strong unit.
Well, now that Moore has been pre-banned by Raxxaz himself, if Raxxaz wants to bring out some Masher counters, he's going to have to think a little bit different. Maybe a Shizuka, maybe a Miles if he has access to those units, maybe a Praha, of course. He did have the Praha in the previous draft.
There we go. Raxxaz picking up that Changpeng and the Shizuka. Switch the roles around. Obabo picked them up in the last round. This time around, Raxxaz goes with the Changpeng and the Shizuka for first and second unit.
Well, if Obabo has access to a Juno, and Juno will be an excellent pick into both of Yu's units being Fire Element. But we know that Obabo has his own playstyle and he likes to go aggressive, and Juno is maybe not aggressive enough for Obabo.
There we go. Obabo picking up that Praha and the Han for second and third unit. Raxxaz stealing that Tableau and the Oliver for his own draft, locks him in for the third and fourth unit.
Well, this is really exciting to see, Killer. He brings out that Hun quite early on, actually, but he doesn't have any speed leads. He doesn't have much chance to contest speed, whereas Raxxaz has a really aggressive draft with those speed leads with Oliver. Is Obabo going to try and compete for speed, or is he going to pivot?
There we go. He picks up that Juno and the Molly for the fourth and fifth unit. Obabo has completed his draft. Raxxaz still one more unit to pick up. What will it be to counter Obabo's draft?
Well, Obabo is looking very fire-heavy. I'm thinking he might pick up something like a Barbara, something like a Miles, maybe even a Mo Long, or if he could pick up an Abelio as well. Abelio is also decent, but I don't think Abelio synergizes with the rest of his draft too well.
There we go. Miles comes out to play, gets locked in for the final unit on Raxxaz. Pre-ban, I mean the bans.
Well, Raxxaz is definitely going to take turn 1 no matter what. Obabo will want to minimize his damage. The Tableau or Shizuka or Miles would be good bans for Obabo. On Raxxaz's side, he could try and ban out either the Juno, the Masher, or the Molly. I think the Han and the Praha are a little bit easier for Raxxaz to take out with Changpeng and Oliver.
There we go. The bans will be in any moment right now. Now, Masha and Miles get the ban. What leader skills are we going to see from these two players?
It's going to be obviously the 33% speed lead from Raxxaz. Obabo has a choice of a couple of leads though.
He goes with the resistance leads with the Praha, locks it in. Here we go. The second set, Obabo 1, Raxxaz 0. It is a best out of 5. Raxxaz taking that first turn with the Changpeng. Goes for the strip, misses it on the Han, but manages it on the Praha.
That is a big miss on the Han, but Raxxaz has his Shizuka moving before Oliver. That is a really nice tech to have, actually, making your Shizuka move in that order to have the backup strip when Changpeng fails to strip. And now Raxxaz is going to get a lot of turns. But Obabo has Molly, Obabo has Juno, Obabo also has Praha for the heal. So Raxxaz is going to need to pray that he doesn't keep missing all of these attack bar resets like he is doing at the moment.
Obabo also has that resistance leads that seems to be working for him because Oliver hasn't pushed back any of those 2 units that he's touched so far. Shizuka, all things in nature. Oh, look at all those buffs on Raxxaz's side, all 2-turn buffs. Praha with the stun. Molly with the stun as well. The defense break. Shizuka pass life onto Changpeng.
Indeed, he's going to want to maybe reset the strip of Juno because Juno could turn those buffs into dots from Raxxaz unless the Changpeng already did that earlier. At the same time, Obabo's units are slowly losing health. The Molly sustain isn't quite enough. You should try and put max accuracy in Oliver if you can, to be honest, because in the ladder especially, you are often in these situations where you have to deal with the Molly and to deal with high resistance units.
Tablo with the doubles, taking another turn cycling, taking it on! Wow, Oliver, Mega Impulse gun into Praha, managing to push back her attack by resetting her skill, putting some damage into Molly, trying to get that control over there. Juno taking a turn onto Tableau. No Sun, serious matter from Changpeng. Wow, this looks pretty well decided or in favor of Raxxaz at the moment.
It is definitely in favor, but there is still a Juno and a Molly on the field. It is possible if Juno manages to take out that Oliver that it could turn back. But if this Tableau keeps proccing over and over again and over and over and over, then it doesn't matter. Obabo got some good RNG in game 1, but Raxxaz is definitely getting some really nice Tableau RNG right now.
Both players right there, Raxxaz and Obabo on the camp feed are laughing and having a good time. Here we go. Shizuka, skill 1 onto that Juno. Tableau, and again, another turn, pushing back the attack bars. Back to 0. Oliver, impulse gun onto Molly, failing to take out Molly, but Changpeng has got his skills available to take out Molly. Takes out Molly with that skill 1, Shizuka. I'm not going to use all things of nature because it just buffs Juno.
Yeah, exactly. Smart skill selection from Raxxaz, not using all things of nature just now. Just slowly skill 1, chipping down at the Juno's health. Tableau, that absolute godlike monster for Raxxaz in this match, is still on the field. But if you keep reducing Juno's attack bar, it doesn't matter that you debuff her. And Changpeng and Oliver do have attack bar reduction.
There we go. Raxxaz with the comeback. 1-0 Obabo and Raxxaz.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant work there from Raxxaz getting back into the competition.
Tableau that Obabo really likes.
Yeah, indeed he did. Right, it's 2-1 apiece right now. We've got 3 games potentially left. It depends what happens here. But Oliver pre-ban there is all you can see. But I'll hand over to you boys. We are Obabo versus Raxxaz, match 3 of our quarterfinals here, the Europe Cup. Let's jump on in and let's go.
Thank you, Adam. This is our 3rd set of the day. Match number 3, Obabo versus Raxxaz. Oliver and Sekhmet get the pre-ban. Raxxaz with the first pick. What will he pick up as a first unit?
It's looking quite similar to match 1, and Obabo will probably be considering in that previous match that he let Raxxaz have his Tableau. Tableau is a player that both unit players really like, and I wonder if either of them is going to try and pick that unit up a little bit quicker. And if Obabo will be thinking, I don't want to go with that Molly style draft again because Raxxaz just, you know, even though Oliver kept on missing pushbacks, it didn't matter because he had so many extra opportunities for pushbacks with the Changpeng moving after the Oliver.
There we go, Raxxaz picking up that Changpeng first unit, locks it in. Obabo very quickly to respond with the Moore and the Masha locked in. Raxxaz responding and taking that Tableau away from him and locking in Praha for the 3rd unit.
Indeed, both players competing for those highly sought after Moore and Tableau, the 24% arena speed leads. This time round, there's 1 apiece in terms of speed leads, so therefore both players are going for an aggressive draft. Raxxaz has a little bit more sustain, his is looking a little bit more AoE. At the same time, I'm really liking that Savannah pick from Obabo. So much damage and aggression, the AoE defense break. Is Raxxaz going to let that Savannah through?
It is very nice to see a Savannah on the match field. We got Shizuka and Savannah getting picked up by Obabo for his 3rd and 4th unit. Raxxaz waiting to the final second to show his 2 final units, which is a Miles and a Valantis, have been locked in.
Oh, I like that Volantis. The Volantis soft counters the more. And indeed, maybe this time around, the Volantis will actually revenge for Raxxaz. I wonder if Obabo actually want to ban out the Volantis or ban out maybe the speed lead. On the Barbo's side, he actually bought 2 Beast Riders. Raxxaz had the option of picking a Leo, but because Raxxaz had his own tablet, he couldn't pick the Leo. So he had to keep on going with aggression, and yet he has.
He drops up that Chiwu for his final, we know it does some serious damage from that first match. Has been locked in. What bans are we going to see?
I'm thinking a Savannah ban simply because Raxxaz, if he bans out the Savannah, Masher is the only real main source of damage, but he has the Miles and the Praha to deal with the Masher.
There we go. Savannah gets the ban. Miles gets the ban. Will they opt in both for speed leads, or will Obabo pivot with the HP lead? We're about to find out any moment now. Raxxaz versus Obabo. This is the 3rd set, and it is 1-all apiece.
I am pretty sure that Obabo will go for the speed lead. I'm also pretty sure that Raxxaz will go for the speed lead. But Raxxaz knows that Obabo is going to take turn 1 with the Chiwu or the Maw. He's going to be praying for some Volantis revenges.
Here we go. 3rd set is underway. Obabo versus Raxxaz. Look at them having a chat to each other while they're playing.
That's nice.
That's friendship right there. Here we go. Ooh, Chiwu with the first turn. Will he manage to strip every single unit? He manages to push back and strip every single unit. That is huge. More follows up with rolling spike. Oh, Masha, fast link. Where will you deal your damage?
Well, as you noticed, Volantis failing to do her job once again. She didn't revenge after Chiwu moved, and therefore Obabo is looking really, really good right now.
That was a huge proc from Masha, deciding not to take out that tablet, dealing more damage onto Changpeng. Shizuka, all things in nature, putting those debuffs onto Raxxaz's side, getting an additional turn. We know this is a damage Chiwu. Oh, 10k on the tableau with the defense break. Here we go. Praha.
Oh my goodness, is she going to choose to strip or is she going to choose to wait?
Yeah, he goes with the strip with the Daydream.
Daydream is still available, and of course, Volantis still has the strip. It looks like Volantis is going to move. Oh, just before Changpeng. So Changpeng has his skills, AoE, attack bar reset available to move after the Volantis.
There we go, Volantis with Rage of Mother Nature. Changpeng follows up with Serious Matter. Additional turn for Changpeng, landing those defense break onto Obabo's side. Volantis, wow, dealing so much damage and thoughts onto the enemy team. Here we go, Ryu, will he get another stun on Praha? Nope. Changpeng, skill 1. Whose attack bar will he push back? Pushes back and kills Ryu.
Oh my goodness, that was a huge proc from Changpeng. Changpeng often seen on Despair on ladder, but the violent Changpengs for both Obabo and Raxxaz worked out superbly well because Changpeng was able to follow up his attack bar reset with a defense break that allowed the Volantis to do so much more damage, and now Raxxaz is looking in a really commanding position because as soon as the Masher is gone, then Obabo doesn't really have a mechanic to come back.
There we go, Praha finally using skill 3 Daydream to heal up his his team. There we go, Chiwu goes with the skill 1 onto Volantis, fails to sleep him. Volantis fails to revenge. Here we go, some dots. Oh, the stun on the Chiwu. Masha trying her best to take out a unit. Serious matter from Changpeng. Changpeng taking out both units. Raxxaz taking the third set.
Wow. I mean, Changpeng and Volantis there were the difference makers. That was what it was all about there. Find out, and the pick and bans are going to be exactly where those tricks are uncovered, if they happen, for us as well. Let's jump in and see how Game 4 pans out here. Raxxaz in the lead here with a match point.
Here we go, match point for Raxxaz. It is a best out of 5, 2-1. Obabo and Raxxaz, the pre-bans are coming in. We got the Volantis and the Maw getting the pre-ban.
Looking very familiar once again, these pre-bans. It does mean Raxxaz still has access to the Oliver. Obabo will be thinking, I probably don't want to go with Molly. Maybe I want to pick up that Tableau in the first turn? Or is he actually going to go full committal to a second turn draft and try and survive Raxxaz? Maybe an Antares will see some play in this match.
Obabo stealing that Changpeng away from Raxxaz. Picks up Changpeng for the first unit.
Oh, very interesting indeed. That's a really early Changpeng, but at the same time, Obabo doesn't have access to the Maw or the Volantis because he doesn't own a Volantis. He's going to need some other strippers to move before Changpeng or afterwards. Raxxaz, is he going to take the Oliver right now? Is he going to take the Tableau right now? Try and steal and make some way into Obabo's box.
I'm curious to see if what you said, boss, will be done. Oliver Shizuka. Raxxaz picks up Oliver. Shizuka for first and second unit. Tableau still up there for
Tableau is available. I think Obabo is going to take this Tableau right now if he wants to commit to the first 10. I don't think Changpeng synergizes very well with Molly at all.
Exactly right. Picks up the Praha and the Tableau for the third unit and has locked it in on Obabo's side. Obabo with the Tableau for the third unit.
Oh, Raxxaz, I don't know what he has available up his sleeve, but Dominic might be a good counter to Obabo's team. He's probably going to want some, like maybe a segment to reset either the Changpeng or the Praha, whichever unit he wants. He's going to need to try and take advantage of the fact he has the Oliver lead to take the first turn.
There we go, just as predicted. Boss, Miles, and the segment have been picked up for third and fourth unit on Raxxaz's team.
I think Obabo is going to pick up that Chiwu once again, potentially, making sure he has 2 speed leads, because Raxxaz doesn't have a huge amount of choice for a second speed lead. If Obabo does take out the Chiwu, the stuff like Ciara or Tomo is still available, but if Obabo takes another speed lead, takes a unit that helps him take the first turn like Escher, then things will be looking quite good for Obabo.
There we go, Obabo with the Jemaya and the Gani! Picked up by Obabo. I was thinking Jemaya for another speed lead, and guess what? Obabo picked it up. Great mind thinker line.
Good prediction there, Killer. And I do think Jemaya synergizes really nicely with Tableau. I'm not sure if Raxxaz is going to let him get away with that combo. You know what? He could pivot to something like a Douglas and ban out the Praha, and then Douglas would become a must ban, and then he can definitely take the first turn with his segment.
Here we go. Raxxaz picking up that Marshall for the final unit. Gets locked in the bands. What are we going to see?
Well, he's not a Douglas. Masher is a solid unit to pick as well. Again, it might mean he's going to ban out that Praha. But then he's going to need to make sure he disrupts his combo, because even if he resets with Oliver and Shizuka, a segment rather, Jemaya has the cooldown reset.
There we go. The bands are in. We've got the Masha band and the Tableau band. What leader skills are both players going to go with? They both go with the speed lead, Oliver and Jemaya. Jemaya with the 24 speed lead on Obabo's side, and Oliver with the 33 speed lead for Raxxaz side. It is match point for Raxxaz. Raxxaz taking that first turn with Miles. Spin grab shot. Where will he direct it?
This is a really interesting matchup indeed, because that was a huge stun, Killer, wasn't it?
Yeah, huge stun on Jemaya. Jemaya potentially missing a turn if he doesn't violent block.
Indeed, because I was going to say, if he has a choice of 2 units to reset, he can reset 2, but then Jemaya can cleanse the cooldown reset. But actually, he decides to go for the Jemaya, make sure to disable the Jemaya, and of course, Shizuka can pull up the immunity, and there's not... Oh!
The segment resetted the Praha earlier on. That was very, very crucial.
Indeed, and the Changpeng missing so many strips is super, super unlucky for Obabo, because if the Changpeng had successfully landed things with his skill tree, of course, it's only a 75% chance. That's a big part of the reason why he missed. But I think this is a really, really close match. It's all about those resists, because the Ganymede failed to reset the attack bars. This Jemaya is looking a little bit squishy. If the Jemaya gets taken out, then Raxxaz is going to start to edge forwards.
Yeah, that Oliver's doing some serious work with the attack bars, controlling the Jemaya, the Praha, so they don't take a turn or violent proc or heal or reset in that case. But past life spell from Shizuka onto Oliver on Raxxaz's side. Gani goes for the attack bar resets, lands it on everyone.
Let's not forget that Obabo is the guy with the Praha, with the sustain and the speed buff. Raxxaz is going to want to keep focusing down that Jemaya and Praha, but he's going to have to decide which one he takes out first, because he can't spread his damage. He needs to choose one of them, take it out, and then move on to the next one.
Okay, that Jemaya has not taken a turn yet. It's been controlled throughout this whole match. Segment into Jemaya. Jemaya is out of this match. Oh, Oliver into Praha. Gani, will he reset Praha's heal?
That's really interesting that he decided to reset the Jemaya rather than the segment to take her out, because he could have killed the Praha with Oliver, but it's really hard to tell with the attack bars. Maybe he wasn't that confident that Oliver would move before the Ganymede, because he also had full attack bar.
Yeah, that's serious matter. And Daydream from Praha, Changpeng combo coming off of Obabo was very crucial, but this Miles keeps proccing. Miles procs again. Spin grab shot into Praha. Praha not looking too healthy. Gani has his skill 3 available again. Goes for the Shizuka reset. Increases the cool time. Shizuka skills are on cooldown. Changpeng with the defense break on the Oliver and the Miles.
You know what? Things are looking really good for Obabo right now, because his Gani has Ventilate available to let the Changpeng keep resetting attack bars. But not if Raxxaz also procs.
Not if this Miles keeps going the way he's going right now. Miles, spring grab shot, taking out that Praha. Gani, Changpeng, 2 wind units versus 4 units on Raxxaz's side. Oh, Changpeng, skill 1, gets an additional turn. He will have serious matter available. Will he get that turn? Goes for the skill 1 on 2. Miles, no additional turn. Gani, reset available.
Oh, Raxxaz is looking really good right now. That Miles is so tanky. Remember, Miles has fixed damage off his speed, so you can build him super tanky. And he's decided actually to focus on the Gani first rather than Changpeng. I think Changpeng probably would have been a better unit to focus first, but it doesn't matter if you win the match anyway.
And there we go. Serious matter of Changpeng coming from Obabo's side. Lands it on Raxxaz's side, doesn't push back everyone's attack bar. Sekma gets a turn right now, goes for the reset on Gani. Gani gets resetted with his skill 3 resets. Changpeng serious matter before he gets potentially taken out by Oliver. Oliver takes out Gani, gets an additional turn. Mega impulse gun onto Changpeng, resistance.
Wow.
Serious matter still available.
Do you know what? It's not over yet. If Obabo gets some real luck with these procs, skill 2 into skill 3. Oh my goodness! What is this? What am I seeing?
Oh, damn! So close. Wow, he apologized to him. Raxxaz is like, it's okay. There we go. Impulse gun from Oliver. Doesn't push back. Additional turn. Raxxaz taking it out. 3-1. Moving on to the semifinals.
Wow, I mean, talk about a great game there. I mean, GG, yeah, fantastic work there from Raxxaz. The crowd there clearly cheering Raxxaz for the victory, but also Obabo for the unbelievably valiant effort there, Killer, remaining in the